I used to joke that beer was cheaper than therapy. That whiskey was a better friend than most people I knew. Those lines got laughs in bars, raised glasses from co-workers, chuckles from people who thought I was just being self-deprecating. The truth was, I meant every word. I started drinking young. 17, maybe 18, sneaking beers from my dad's garage fridge. At first it was rebellion, then it was fun, then it was tradition. By my 20s, I drank like other people breathed, automatically, without thought. In college, it didn't seem like a problem. Everyone drank. Kegs at frat houses, pitchers at happy hours, bottles passed around at bonfires. I was the life of the party, the guy who could hold his liquor, the one who'd make people laugh even when the night got messy. "You're a tank," my friend said. I wore it like a badge. The thing about tolerance, though, is it only goes up. What felt like a lot at 20 was just the starting line by 25. Beer turned into liquor. Weekend binges turned into weeknight habits. Hangovers became a constant, but I powered through them with coffee and Advil. By 30, I was married. Her name was Rachel. She knew I drank, but she thought it was just part of my personality, loud, social, always up for a round. For a while, she even joined me. Wine with dinner, cocktails on Fridays, beers at barbecues. But somewhere along the way, her glass stayed empty while mine never did. I told myself I drank to relax, to take the edge off. Work was stressful, marriage was stressful, life was stressful. Everyone had a coping mechanism. Mine just came in liquid form. But the cracks showed. I missed a dinner with her parents because I passed out on the couch. I forgot to pick her up from the airport once because I was just having a couple and lost track of time. Arguments started small, "Do you really need another one?" And grew sharper, "You're not here anymore. Even when you're in the room, you're gone." When she told me she was pregnant, I promised I'd slow down. For a while, I even believed it. I cut back, white-knuckled my way through weeks of fewer drinks. But the cravings clawed at me, and soon enough I was back where I started, only hiding it better. Bottles in the garage, flasks in my bag, excuses about late meetings. Our son, Jacob, was born on a rainy Tuesday. I held him in my arms and swore silently I'd be better. That I wouldn't be the kind of father mine had been, absent even when present. And for a few months, I tried. But babies cry, jobs demand, bills pile up, and whiskey was easier than facing all of it. Rachel saw. She always saw. By the time Jacob was 2, she'd stopped pleading and started planning. One morning, I came home after a night I barely remembered, and the house was quiet in a way that felt wrong. Her clothes were gone. Jacob's toys were gone. On the kitchen counter, a note, "I love you, but I can't let him grow up in this. Call me when you're ready to change." I stared at that note for hours, the words blurring, the bottle in my hand heavier than ever. I wanted to call. I wanted to beg. Instead, I poured another drink. The years that followed blurred together, measured in empty bottles and missed opportunities. Jobs came and went. Friends drifted. Family stopped inviting me to gatherings because I was always the drunk uncle, the embarrassment. I told myself I was fine, that I didn't need anyone, that drinking was my choice. But really, it was the only choice I had left. Every so often, I'd try to quit. A week here, 10 days there. The shakes, the sweats, the nightmares, they scared me. Once, I landed in the ER with tremors so bad I couldn't hold a cup of water. The doctor told me flatly, "If you keep drinking like this, you won't make it to 50. I nodded, promised to stop, and was drunk again within 48 hours. Rachel called a few times over the years, mostly about Jacob. She kept me updated, his first day of school, his love of soccer, the way he laughed like me. She invited me to come see him, but always with a condition, "Only if you're sober." I wanted to be. God, I wanted to be. But each time, I'd find a reason not to go. Shame, mostly. Shame and the certainty that I'd disappoint him. I saw Jacob once when he was 8. A quick lunch at a diner, supervised by Rachel's watchful eyes. He was shy, polite. He pushed fries around his plate and asked if I wanted to play soccer with him sometime. My throat closed. I lied and said, of course. We never did. Now I'm 47. My body is breaking down. The doctor says my liver is failing. My hands shake constantly, my skin itches in ways I can't describe, my eyes are yellowing. Walking upstairs leaves me winded. But still, I drink. Not to party, not to celebrate, just to quiet the storm inside me. I live alone in a one-bedroom apartment that smells of stale beer. The fridge is mostly empty except for bottles. The blinds stay closed. Days bleed into nights. Sometimes, I scroll through social media and see photos of Jacob, teenager now, taller than Rachel. I'm not in any of the pictures. I don't even like them. I don't want him to know I'm watching from the shadows. People say addiction is a disease. Maybe that's true. But it feels more like a slow suicide, 1,000 cuts delivered by your own hand. I know how this ends. It's not going to be a dramatic movie moment where I suddenly turn it around, find redemption, win back my family. That's for other people. Not for me. For me, it's going to end in this apartment, with an empty bottle on the table and a silence no one comes to break. Sometimes, late at night, I hear Rachel's voice in my head, the words from that note, call me when you're ready to change. I never made that call. And now, it's too late.